A consortium of companies including AkzoNobel and Witteveen+Bos developed a model for the factory of the future. During the autumn and winter of 2011 and 12, Saxion organized an honors program in which this concept was further elaborated and applied. Small groups of students worked together with staff members of several companies to find cradle-to-cradle solutions for the big sustainability challenges of these companies. The conference started with two inspirational presentations. David Lichtnecker from AkzoNobel explained what motivates him personally as well as his company to work for the factory of the future.
It was already about leadership and sustainability. They were the two key points. To take the future leaders of the company and teach them about leadership, give them leadership skills, and also the second big element of the expedition was the sustainability element.
Stefan Lerner from the design company Enfer explained what role artists can play by developing products that are part of closed cycles.
Waste is inspiring very much artists, and I think this inspiration is a first step to have another more poetic view on materials and waste. I will try to do something different, to use waste not as an art piece, but as a design piece.
Sustainability is very important for multinationals because it's the only way that we can survive as a human race within companies. So within AkzoNobel, we started 4 years ago with Michael Baumgart to work on cradle to cradle. And then we came to the conclusion that you have to close all kinds of cycles everywhere. So one thing which we do not really do very well is incorporating sustainability in building really new factories. So we started a program, Factory of the Future, and that is to design the making industry according to 100% closed-loop type of system.
The main purpose of the honors program is to get on the same table students, companies representatives, governmental representatives, in order to find the search for the solutions for the problems at stake, to get a multidisciplinary insight into the sustainability and those issues which society and companies are trying to solve at the moment.
Well, the Factory of the Future honors program is really a new way of giving education. Students and people from companies work together, not discussing and analyzing all the problems that are described in books. No, they are analyzing the issues of companies of tomorrow. And I think students will work in the companies of tomorrow, so they have to prepare themselves for the companies of tomorrow and the issues that they have to face at that moment. So we are preparing, in fact, students for the programs for the issues of tomorrow, and by that, this is education of tomorrow.
We work together with AkzoNobel and DSM on the Factory of the Future project. We've been involved in this project since the very beginning. We actually developed a model of the Factory of the Future. But the Factory of the Future is not the only project we're involved in. We're involved in several cradle-to-cradle projects, but also building with nature projects. And within our projects, we try to find the most sustainable solutions.
Actually, when you want to innovate something sustainable, at first you want to know what is sustainable. Our projects help people to know what is sustainability and to raise their awareness about sustainability.
At the beginning, it was meant to be a game that can, where people can have entertainment during the game while they can realize the environmental issues. And in the end, we found out that a game is not enough. So we came up with a combination of several different elements within the green room. That's how we call it. It contains a software, a game, and some basic information on the renewable energies, etc.
within AkzoNobel, we also say if you already exist for 300 years, or you're very old companies, there's not a guarantee that you exist also tomorrow. So the only way of growing into the future and doing your kind of business into the future is sustainability, because that's the only way which you really can make money. And everybody thinks always that sustainability costs money, but if you do it well, it brings you money. It's really very hard business opportunities.
It's a very innovative educational program. Old-fashioned programs where you have one book that you use every year and the teacher tells the same story over and over again, which is actually quite boring for teachers as well, and never very innovative and very new, or you never tell an actual story, a new story. In this case, this program is very innovative because we also have to adapt every time, change every time our story, our own ideas, because you work with different companies and it's a different company every time, a different assignment every time, and each time we have to think with the students, searching for new ideas and solutions. It's never boring, never the same.
The value of this honors program for companies, to my opinion, is that companies have the chance to connect with young and inspiring minds so that they can break with the existing rules to take developments a step further.
I believe that a lot of companies are struggling to find the next step forward. I think this economic crisis should be used to change the way of working. And companies are still fixed to their old ways of doing, and I believe that an open way of thinking together with the new generation students and the companies, and especially international students, that is a very interesting mix, and some wonderful ideas have popped up.
I think that the value of this program for companies would be that they work with students, and students who think differently than their normal way of thinking within the company. So it's a little way of looking different at your problem. And on the other hand, I think it's good that companies are forced to think about the issues they want to be solved. They want to solve within their company, connected to sustainability, of course.
Well, what I found very unique in this program is the enthusiasm of the students. If you imagine that those students, in fact, do this honors program, they get no points, no study points for it. They get no money for it. And they're putting so much effort in it. So the enthusiasm, that's so interesting to see. And the results, I think we can be proud on that.